In a small village in Harima Province, Japan, during the turbulent Warring States period, a child named Musashi was born in 1584. His father, Shinmen Musashi, was a samurai, stern and intense, known for his skill with the sword. Musashi's mother passed away soon after his birth, leaving him to the harsh upbringing of his father. Shinmen taught him early about the life of a samurai, demanding rigorous discipline and an unwavering spirit, often pushing him to his limits. When Musashi was still a boy, his father departed, and he was left in the care of a Buddhist priest, his uncle. The temple life was serene, a stark contrast to the warrior's training he had known, but it wasn't without its lessons. The monks taught him to meditate, to quiet his thoughts, and to understand the transience of life. As he grew, Musashi merged his father's teachings with the calm wisdom of the monks, shaping a mind both fierce and reflective. By the time he was 13, Musashi had already developed an extraordinary determination and an unshakable will. His first duel came at this young age. The opponent was Arima Kihei, a seasoned swordsman from a prestigious school. Musashi had nothing but a wooden staff, yet he faced Kihei without a trace of fear. When the fight began, Musashi rushed forward with such ferocity that he left his opponent no chance to react. He struck Kihei down with a single, brutal blow. This victory marked the beginning of a journey that would lead Musashi into the life of a Musha Shugyo, a warrior pilgrimage across Japan. As he roamed from village to village, Musashi sought out the finest swordsmen, challenging them to duels. He was often ragged, unkempt, a wild figure whose eyes held the intensity of someone twice his age. He fought with unmatched focus, learning from each encounter, constantly refining his technique. Though many feared him, Musashi did not fight for fame or power. He fought to understand, to learn the truth of combat. At 20, Musashi joined the Western Army in the Battle of Sekigahara. The battle was brutal, chaotic, and though his side lost, Musashi survived. This experience of war showed him the difference between the structured duels of his youth and the messy, unpredictable nature of battle. He realized that true strength came not from skill alone, but from adaptability and a calm mind amidst chaos. Shortly after Sekigahara, Musashi's reputation as an undefeated swordsman began to spread, and so did tales of his skill. It was then that he received a challenge from Sasaki Kojiro, known as the Demon of the Western Provinces, a feared master of the long sword. The duel was set for Ganryu Island in 1612, and the anticipation was thick. As the morning sun rose, Kojiro waited, his long blade gleaming in the light. But Musashi was nowhere to be seen. When he did arrive, Musashi was late and appeared in a fishing boat carving a wooden sword from one of the oars as he rowed. This was his strategy, a calculated way to throw his opponent off balance. When Musashi finally stepped onto the shore, Kojiro was furious, his focus shaken. The duel was over in moments. Musashi used the makeshift wooden sword, striking with such precision that Kojiro fell, defeated with a single blow. It was a turning point for Musashi, not only because of the victory, but because he understood now that battles were won as much in the mind as on the field. After the duel with Kojiro, Musashi stopped fighting for glory. He had won more than 60 duels, an unbeaten record, but something inside him changed. He no longer sought opponents but instead turned his attention to mastering his mind, delving into the philosophical depths of strategy. He developed his own style of swordsmanship, Naiten Ichi-Ryu, two heavens as one. The style involved using both a long sword and a short sword, giving him a unique, fluid versatility in combat. He practiced relentlessly, refining his two-sword technique, making his movements as natural as breathing. But Musashi was not content to master only the blade. He believed that true wisdom came from understanding all aspects of life. He began studying art, calligraphy, and Zen Buddhism, immersing himself in painting, creating simple yet profound works that mirrored his philosophy. He saw parallels between the brushstrokes in painting and the movements in swordsmanship. Both required a calm mind, a steady hand, and an intuitive understanding of rhythm and flow. This journey into the arts was Musashi's way of seeking harmony in life, a balance between his fierce warrior spirit and the calm inner peace he found in meditation. In 1643, Musashi retreated to a cave called Regondo, where he planned to spend his final years in solitude, contemplating the nature of life, combat, and purpose. It was in this cave that he wrote the Book of Five Rings, a guide to strategy, war, and self-discipline. The book was divided into 5 sections: earth, water, fire, wind, and void, each representing a different facet of his philosophy. Musashi's teachings were as much about conquering oneself as they were about defeating an opponent. He described no-mindedness, the ability to act without hesitation or distraction, as the pinnacle of mastery. In the Book of Five Rings, he taught that a warrior must be like water, adapting to any situation, flowing without form. His words reflected a lifetime of experience, pain, and growth. For Musashi, the way of the sword was not merely a path to victory, but a way of life, a journey toward self-knowledge. By the time he finished the book, Musashi was nearing the end of his life. He had lived as a samurai, a vagabond, a philosopher, and an artist. In 1645, at the age of 61, Musashi passed away peacefully in his cave, leaving behind a legacy that would endure for centuries. He had walked a path few could understand, driven by an unrelenting pursuit of mastery, and he had shared his wisdom with the world. Today, Miyamoto Musashi is remembered as much for his mind as for his sword. His life is a testament to the idea that true strength lies not just in physical skill but in resilience, adaptability, and an unyielding commitment to personal growth. His spirit, captured in the Book of Five Rings, continues to inspire those who seek not only to fight, but to understand themselves and the world around them.